10th. They're back at it again. Today we're going to be playing something different. We're going to start the Stanley Parable. Now, I've heard a lot about this game, but I haven't really seen too much about it. I know it's one where you have different options, and you can basically either do what he says or do the exact opposite. So, of course, you know, we're going to start out doing the exact opposite. I mean, what else would we do, right? So, let's just jump in, and then remember, if you guys enjoy this, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always know when I post something new. The end is never, the end is never. Okay. I'm excited to try this game. I've seen a lot about it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
Hi, 427.
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
That would get boring.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Well.
And Stanley was happy.
Okay, Stanley, you're a little weird.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What's
Something
that?
that would forever change Stanley.
What happened?
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, hey, I can move now. Alright. Alright, Stanley, let's go. What can I do? Anything? Oh, okay.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days.
What?
Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Because I shut the
Now
door.
it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
I can't open it.
Here it comes.
Oh. Okay, well, I got an ending. There we go. Hilarious. Okay, so don't shut the door. That's what we get from that. No, can't do that. Anything in there? No. Ugh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But I want to go in this
Stanley
office.
went around touching every little thing in the office.
Yeah.
But it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, that's what you say, Mr. Narrator. But you're not telling me where to go anyway. I don't know where the meeting room is. Stanley, why don't you tell me? Huh? Oh,
When
there we go.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Did I? Did I enter the door on my left? Oh no, we're gonna rebel. We're going to
This
the
was
right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. I'm kind of hungry. I need to get some snacks or something, you know. I've been waiting for years and years and years, apparently. Hi. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yes.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It is a wonderful room. I need some coffee. No. No, I need coffee.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
I was trying to
Really
get
worth
coffee.
it.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, did he? Oh, did he? That's what you think. That door? That door right there? Nah. Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You say so. It's the box room. There are just a bunch of boxes. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. And also a penalty of $5,000. So, you know, die and get penalized at the same time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
gonna do it.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yes.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, that was fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Oh,
mean?
man. Okay,
Stanley
so
decided to
what
go
we
to the
learned
meeting
there,
room. Perhaps he had simply
it
missed a memo.
really, really, really is true that if you leap from the cargo lift, it does end in death. Apparently, I should also get fined. Oh no, we're still going to the right.
A set of two open. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh yeah,
Perhaps
he
he wanted to
knows.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, he's not gonna.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I mean, he's been following directions for years. Now it's time to shake things up a bit.
Look, Stanley, I
This
think
time,
perhaps we've gotten
we're not
off
gonna
on the
jump.
wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, for her, huh?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Nah. Nah. We're just gonna keep going here. I don't trust you. You just sound far, far too,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Can I leave? Okay. Hi, her. Who is her?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, well,
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
what's down here, though?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. See, that's why I didn't trust the narrator. I knew he was...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press 2 on your keyboard. I'm going to press 3. No? Do I have to?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
See, Mr. Narrator, you are not nearly as nice as what you're pretending you are. It won't let me press any other buttons. Okay, fine. And
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
please press 0.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
This narrator's not very nice.
Discoveries of new lands.
He pretends.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I still can't press anything else.
And
Fine.
so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press 8 to spend time with the boys, huh?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
No, I'm going to jump over the chair. No, let me jump over the chair. I see a door. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. Fine.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Well, press Q to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
I'm stuck in a chair.
There's an answer down some new
behind
path.
a chair.
Mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press 2 to tell your wife you love her.
But
Okay.
there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing
It's going
is
back
pushing
into
the
my
same
desk.
buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the
Let
real
me
one.
out. Press R to go to sleep. Okay.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to
You
me.
say so.
He won't stop. Here,
I
watch
don't know who
this.
you are.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Of course I'm going to do it. Press 6 to be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
You can't. Press X to question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
Let
the
me
same
out.
as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
Okay.
I'm compelled to.
I'm
I
gonna
must.
I'm gonna do it this time.
Perhaps. Well, maybe this time he'll see.
I'm gonna listen.
Maybe this time.
Maybe.
And I tried again.
Please.
And Stanley pushed a button.
Please
and I tried
die.
again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm guessing that's it. That was it. Oh man. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go through it this time and actually do what he says. See what changes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe I missed a memo. So let's go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On the left. All right. I'll be a yes man. And we'll just go down this boring hallway to the boring meeting
Yet there was
room.
not a single person
Tips
there
for not
either.
getting fired.
Feeling a
Talk
wave
less.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Oh, I want to erase it. No, I want to erase it. So it's the meeting room. Rest in peace, Franz. Well, who is that? What is here? The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda and reflect. Man, this is some good stuff here. This is some good stuff. The broom closet. Can I go in the broom closet? I can.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Fine. I'll get back on track.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All right. Well, we'll do what we're supposed to this time. See what happens. I don't know where his boss's office is, though. Like, you're not telling me very good instructions. Well, this is an office. Executive bathroom. Oh, I can't go in the executive bathroom, but I gotta pee. Aw. Office? What's in here? Nothing? Fine, I'll go in. He has a piano.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Right?
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Oh, yeah?
2845.
2845,
But
huh?
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, we're just gonna go in. Let's see what the secret is.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's see what the secret holds. They're gonna be like a murder room. Do they murder all of the employees? That's what's gonna happen, isn't it? I'm walking into my death. This narrator is trying to get me to die. That's what he's doing. Alright, let's go to... Oh, yeah, see? This elevator is going to electrocute me. Is that it? Okay, good.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Oh, yeah?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yes,
Why did he
question.
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, we're gonna learn. It is time for the truth.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind
Mind Control
Control.
Facility.
And escape? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I made a commitment. I made a commitment to do what I was supposed to do. I have to see. I have to.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Well.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, I have the strength. Me and Stanley here, we're strong. We can do it. We can do it. button.
Now
Oh.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Let's burn it down. Let's do it.
This mind control facility, it was too
Fired.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, yeah.
No.
Let's keep going.
He refused to believe it. He
Yes.
couldn't accept it.
No.
His own life in someone else's control?
Pirate.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it
Guess
even
not.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yes.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So, facility power. That sounds good. A 5. Oh, that did nothing. Mind controls idle. Awaiting input. Okay, what am I going to input? What are we going to do? System power. I'm just going to
When
turn
at
it
last
off.
he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible
Yes.
place and to everything it stood for.
We're going to turn it off. Oh no. Is that it? No, what's going on? I'm blind.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Well, yeah.
Was
What are you
it
going to do
over?
now?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
By turning it off.
Unshackled himself from someone else's
Because no one
command.
can go back and turn it back
Freedom was
on.
mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Right?
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Exactly.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that
Oh,
was
that's
all
pretty.
he needed to know.
Let me
It
out.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I
The
escaped.
feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Aww. Happy ending for Stanley, I guess. Kind of. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Well, okay. I beat the game. Well, there we go. Alright, so... well, we went through a couple different endings here. Obviously, there are way more things to discover in this game, but I don't have time to do it in this video. But this was fun and interesting, like just the different ways that you can go through it. So yeah, if there's anything else that you guys want to see, go ahead and leave it on down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.